When I think about that trip, it's all just a blur. It's just one night, non-stop, great fun, and then just continue on to the next day. It was only towards the end of that trip, as I kind of looked at my budget, how I realized most of it was just spent on alcohol.
If someone had told me that I had a problem with drink or drugs 3 years ago, I would have just said I was like everyone else I was around, you know, so I didn't think of it as a problem. I started drinking when I was 13 and it just got out of control, and up until I was about 21, I was kind of doing that on a regular. So I would just end up partying for days, and whether it's a weekend or not, I would continue going for maybe 2 or 3 days sometimes. And that led to a lot of dangerous situations, such as a car crash, and also some other really bad situations I might have got myself in just from the likes of owing money and things like that. So it came to a point where I knew it was the best decision to stop. It wasn't really fun at all anymore. So I just kind of needed an escape. And what I did was I bought a bike and I started cycling.
First time that I thought about going sober began the winter when I returned home from Thailand. I realized that a lot of what I spent my time doing was associated with drinking, partying, smoking. I isolated myself from the environment that had ease of access to alcohol and drugs. The place I moved into was close to a beach, and I soon took up the habit of cold water swimming every morning.
After my first adventure, I moved on to my next one, and I decided on walking across Nepal. Now, me and Dan met while partying, but we found a new connection through spirituality and travel and adventure. And me and Dan decided to go on that next adventure together. And it ended up being an amazing trip that lasted a couple of weeks, walking across Nepal.
Johnny put the idea to me of going sober throughout the journey, and I laughed at it because it was something that I thought I could do easily. And in hindsight, I realized it was going to be a lot harder than I thought. We took up the challenge, and through many obstacles and barriers and fun times, we've developed a friendship that has pushed boundaries and obstacles and challenged us, but together brings us to where we are now, and couldn't have asked for a better trip and a better friend to share it with.
Since I became sober, I've realized that there's so much beautiful things to see in the world. There's mountains, rivers, lakes, forests. People are being held back from experiencing all this by literally just holding a drink in their hand.